foul trouble. How important is it kind of pull through and grind through a game like that when it's not all flowing?
Exactly. We were just talking. It was a grinded out game, and they're so physical. Suggs is so physical. It's hard to move out there, and the game was a bit of a slog. We fouled a lot, so that slowed the game down a little. But I was really happy. Isaac Okoro came in, and just we needed his physicality. Made a couple big threes. Then he had that downhill drive when we were struggling. So really good to see that. Caris again. Just he's in a state of grace right now. He's just playing great. So it's good. We got a back-to-back. We kept our minutes, decent, and for the Milwaukee game.
Mark. Luke Travers got his first NBA points in real action. What do you think of his 5 minutes tonight?
Everybody celebrated your first point, but he played his tail off. Like he's so smart. He had to pass, like the fake and around. I love discovering players, like discovering new players. I didn't discover them. Kobe and them found them, and it's just so fun. I'm like, man, what could this guy be? 6'8", and he can really pass. I love that he's we've gotten him to shoot the ball without hesitation, and it was fun to watch tonight.
Spencer Davies, Cavs on that side. Just kind of going back to, you were just talking about Isaac, and he was part of that group that closed without Darius and Donovan on the floor in the third quarter for them to get that back up to 17.
Yeah, good call.
You've called it upon the depth a lot here, just the way that happened. How do you think that was beneficial for the team just as a whole?
Yeah, and keep I think part of my job is to keep trusting that depth. We talked about playing 10 players, in the beginning, and we're going to stick to it. It's so important, especially 7 games in 11 days, right? You always have that in the back of your mind, like how do we manage this? How do we? The tendency is, oh man, they made a little run, and you sub your starters back in, or sub your best players in, and that's where you got to trust your bench. You trust Isaac. Ty was good, really good, and Caris, of course, good again.
And aside from the foul trouble, it looked like Darius was not backing down from anybody tonight. He was going at the 6'7" guy. He was going at Jalen Suggs. How do you see him, like, physicality wise?
He's playing with swag. He's got that floater going too now. He's got that floater, but he also took 9 threes. I said, we need one more. We need 10. That was kind of the deal with him. 10 a game. And I thought he missed some easy ones, but he's also getting the ones where he's running to the corner, right? In the first half, I thought that kind of got the lead way up when he hit that corner 3 on the right side there. But great shooter, heck of a player. He's playing really well.
Coach, we've talked before the game about Sam Merrill and how he's been able to impact also defensively, but just the amount of gravity that he was able to bring tonight, not only taking not as many shots as he might have liked, but still drawing attention. How important is that for your offense?
So important. And they were really physical. They have to lock in. Or you can see them. They're denying him. Any DHO to him, they're trying to blow it up. He's on the scouting report. He's on their board. Like we can't let him get any clean looks, and that takes a lot of energy, and it gives us space. And it's so important. I thought he did a great job. He got in the lane a couple times and kicked it for threes. So his gravity is huge for us.
You talked a little bit about the offensive end for Darius. He also has a little bit of a rivalry with Jalen Suggs that goes back to last playoffs. They went back and forth a lot tonight. Mm-hmm. Without the fouling, what do you like about what he was able to bring defensively?
Yeah, listen, I said this from the beginning. I think he's an underrated defender because he's smart, he's fast, he's in the right places. He gets steals, he gets deflections. The key for him, and it's big. He's got to really be careful of the fouling, right? And they know they're going to target him because he's a smaller player, but being disciplined without fouling. But I love how competitive he is defensively. He's his thing. He's just got to keep getting stronger. I hope he's in the weight room right now, getting a few reps in.
Chris.
Kenny, what do you think has contributed to Caris' early season efficiency?
It was I think I said this in the beginning Chris, I think I said it to you early. You know, I think in Brooklyn we really like implored him to be a more efficient player. You know, and we didn't get there. We got a darn good player, but his efficiency has always been always been an improvement area, and we're just doubling down on helping him. That's in the development area, that's watching film, that's making him understand what a good shot profile looks like. There's a lot of work being done. You know, Caris, he's buying in, and I feel like he's dribbling less. I don't know if and he's getting to the rim quicker. He's catching, shooting the ball without hesitating. Those are the things we're emphasizing. That's why I feel like every game he's plus, leading the team in plus minus. He's got to keep it going, and of course he's defending.
Yeah.
Kenny, you had actually just mentioned, Caris' plus minus, but right behind him is Jared Allen at plus 12.
Yeah.
I know plus minus isn't the most perfect stat to track things, but Jared only scored 2 points tonight, and he was still huge. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think their strategy was take away his lob. Like we are closing the paint. He's not getting any of those dish off passes. He's not getting any of those lobs. So that was definitely a strategy, but that didn't affect him on the defensive end. I mean, between him and Evan, I know it's early. Like those guys, they're going to be up for some awards. The way they defend on the perimeter. I mean, you see with Jared, we're switching a lot with him, and he rarely gets beat. And of course, it saves us all the time at the rim. He's playing. I don't think he was at his top level today, but a big part of that was him off. How they played him defensively, but he's gotten off to a great start overall.
And Isaac kind of looked a little stiff at times, just early on in the season. But today, it just really felt like he was kind of finding his role, finding his flow in the offense. Were you pleased with how he played, especially in extended minutes?
Really pleased, and I'm discovering Isaac, right? Like I just starting to know him better as a player, and I think we'll use him better as the games go on. But yeah, I agree. This is the first time I was like, man, he really had a great hit rhythm, didn't hesitate, and had that drive. I thought that drive he had where he bumped the guy and finished, and I think it was in the third quarter. It was a big play. So yeah, more comfortable, and I'm more comfortable with him lately.
Joe G.
Coach,
Joe?
what have you liked so far this year with Jordan being off the bench?
Oh man, yeah, we forgot about George. Just really good. His catch and shoot is obviously good. And then he got downhill a couple of times. He's just connector, savvy. All those. He's a guy you want on your pickup basketball team at the park, right? Like, I want George. You're probably picking him up first, or he's the ultimate connector, and we're really imploring him to play. He's got to defend better, right? Like he's just, and we're asking him to do that. I think he's doing a much better job. It's important for us that he doesn't become a target guy. I think that might have happened a little last year, and that's a big focus, and he's doing a hell of a job.